Hey drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumstheword.com. Welcome to this free mini song lesson where today I'm going to show you how to play the main parts, the best parts, the coolest parts to the song, the Zephyr Song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, drummed of course by Chad Smith. I've got 2 pages of PDF you can download from my website for free. You'll find a link beneath this video. So I have these both printed out in front of you as we go through this together. It's going to make things a lot easier for you to understand. This song was suggested over on my Facebook page. If you want to make your own song suggestions, then please go over there to do so. You'll find a link also to my Facebook page beneath this video. And what I've got for you today is really quite a basic song, but it's interesting because you've got this drum loop going on throughout the song underneath it, which is what a lot of drummers would probably want to play because it's following this drum loop pattern. It's quite obvious from the beginning, but if you actually listen to what Chad's playing on the recording, it's actually a simplified version of this loop. He doesn't play all the notes that you think he's playing. So I thought it'd be an interesting lesson to show you how to play what you hear or what you want to, what you probably want to play, and then also what Chad actually plays, and sort of allows you to sort of make this song more intermediate or more into beginner, depending on whether you want to play what Chad's doing or whether you want to play what you're hearing or want to feel on the recording. So let me explain this fully. Starting off at 0 seconds, we've got this drum loop that appears throughout the song, and it is being played all the way through in the song, and it's an electronic sort of drum loop. Chad isn't playing this on the drums, and it's simply 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Create that sort of cool pushy bass drum pattern with the bass drums falling before beat 2. 1, 2 and 4, da 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 da. Now what I've got next for you at 8 seconds is an example of how you could play these verse drum beats with the double-handed hi-hat over the top. I just want to say that I've written here, note you could continue to play the loop under the hi-hat part like this. This isn't what Chad does in the recording. The next example I'll show you is, but this is how you could play it if you want to. This is what a lot of people do online when they play drum covers of this. We're playing 16th notes on the hi-hats, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and we're just continuing that bass drum loop underneath it. 1E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And that's certainly how I would probably feel it. And how I would play it, because if I was playing with a band, for example, I wouldn't have an electronic drum loop going, so I'd want to replicate that. Let me just play that up to speed for you without the microphone so you can hear what just that sounds like, and then I'll show you what Chad's actually playing afterwards. Here we go. So we got the drum loop at the beginning of the song, which is fine, it's going all the way through the song. But then at 8 seconds, Chad actually comes in on the hi-hat only. So he's just simply playing 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. He comes into that hi-hat 16th note pattern with a single open hi-hat on beat 4 at 8 seconds. And I've written here, but this is what Chad is actually playing. So we get that loop going by do, do, that, do. Do that, and Chad comes in with 1, 2, 3, 4, open for the whole of beat 4, 4E and a 1E and a 2E. I played the bass drum there accidentally, there's no bass drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. And we're accenting every downbeat with the right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That gets played all the way up to 16 seconds, where note Chad still isn't playing the bass drum I've written, but you could if you wanted to. So last time I mentioned that, you could be playing the bass drum loop underneath all of these hi-hat intro parts I'm just showing you here. But what Chad is actually playing on the recording from 16 seconds, the next example on the page, 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4, another open hi-hat there onto beat 4. So he starts the open the double-hand hi-hat part at 8 seconds with an open hi-hat, and also go into this next bit, another open hi-hat starting on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. then closes again for the next bar, and this is the reason I included this example, is because the snare drum is then added on beats 2 and 4. No extra bass drum with the acoustic kit yet. The drum loop is still doing all of that work underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So you've got that hi-hat intro, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so then at 31 seconds, we get what Chad is basically playing throughout the full song. The first bar on this example is how he goes into the next bar when he starts to add the bass drum. We get 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. He opens the hi-hat there for 4 E and it closes on beat 1 of the next bar, where we are going to play the bass drum on beat 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And then it's bar 2 that we're really playing what Chad is playing on the recording, and what he plays live as well. We get 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3. So he's only playing the bass drum on beat 1, excuse me, and the and beat 3. So only 2 of those notes from the drum loop are being played with the actual acoustic bass drum. So we get that intro bar going into that drum beat I just showed you. 1 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2, 3 and 4, 1. It just continues. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1. And let's hear those 3 bars played up to speed. So on to the next page of the notation, and at 47 seconds, Chad changes the bass drum pattern before this little drum fill, before going into our chorus. He plays the bass drum on the and a beat 2, 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. The rest of that bar is just playing 3 E and a 4 E and a, going into the next bar, 1 E and a 2 E and a. So the bass drum and snare drum cut out, but it's interesting that he plays that bass drum on the and a 2 before cutting out with the rest of the bar. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3, 4. That second bar, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. The hi-hat's going to open for the whole of the rest of the bar. 3 E and a 4 and 1. We get this a 4 E and a 4 and. I'm going to play it left, right, right. Or you could play floor tom instead if you wanted to. So we get the 2 bars together slowly. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4 and 1 into our chorus drum beat, which comes next. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, a 4 and 1. Then we're into our chorus at 51 seconds, the next example. Like the verse, you could play the bass drum loop through the chorus like this. So this is what you could play. This is not what Chad plays. But up to the right cymbal, we're now playing 8th notes with our right hand. We're not playing double-handed 16ths. 1 and a 2 and 3. So basically I'm showing you what the drum loop is doing underneath the right cymbal of the chorus. You could play this. So now let me show you this 47-second example where he goes into that drum fill, and then also that version of the chorus where you're basically copying the drum loop up to speed. Here we go. So the next example on the page at 51 seconds is, I've written here, but this is what Chad is actually playing. So this is actually the drum beat he's playing on the acoustic drums during the chorus. It's basically our verse drum beat, but without the double-handed, we just played 8th notes on the right cymbal. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So going from the example at 47 seconds into what Chad is actually playing in the chorus, we get 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 4, Chad starts to do during that chorus, towards the second half of the chorus, he starts to move to the bell of the ride cymbal, so we kind of get this. It's a bit more subtle than that. He sort of does a few flourishes with the bell. Then sort of settles into it by the second half of the chorus. So just be aware there's some extra little bells going on there, but the bass drum, snare drum pattern doesn't change. Okay, so that 2:05 chart I've written here, Chad starts to accent the bell halfway through each chorus, which I've shown you in the first example, the first bar there. But also I've included that bar because we've got this little drum fill taking us out of the chorus into this bridge, which occurs at 2:05. So we've got this bar, 1, 2, 3 and 4, a 1, and at the end of the bar, 4 and a 1, extra snare drum on the of beat 4, simple as that. We then go into this bridge drum beat, which is the chorus drum beat but played on the open hi-hats. And the final time I mentioned it this lesson is you could be playing our loop drum beat underneath that, of course. So then we play those two bars up to speed. Here we go. And then the final bit I want to show you in this lesson at 2:21 is this little drum fill that occurs once. Halfway through that bridge section I just showed you, we're playing this drum beat. And then this drum fill occurs on beat 4, simply 4E and. Right, left, back up to the hi-hat. 1, 2 and 3 and 4E and 1 into a crash cymbal afterwards. And 1. Lovely little drum fill. Let's hear that a few times. So I hope that made sense. I hope I didn't confuse the lesson too much by talking too much about what you could play and what is actually being played. But if you take a look at the notation, then it should make sense to you. You can see the notes I've written on there. If you've got any questions though, feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And you might want to consider signing up to become an online member. And what I currently offer for £97 is a full year's online access to every single full video drum lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. And that's coming up to almost 600 full song lessons where, unlike this lesson, I teach you a song from start to finish. You get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart and I show you every single bar, drum beat, drum fill. And I've got a load of other Chili Peppers lessons up on the website already. So if you're a Chili Pepper fan, Chad Smith fan, you've got loads of stuff to get your teeth stuck into already. And I'm sure I'll be adding more in the future. As a thank you for signing up, I give you access to hundreds more little videos teaching many, many famous drum beats, fills, and even drum solos. I give you 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous beats, fills, and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record new lessons every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. But if you've got any questions about any of that, then feel free to email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.